This is hooked up to the monitor to that computer. I'm just going to play a class by Prabhupada. That sounds nice, yeah. Somewhere. I'm pretty sure that computer's hooked up to the live feed. There we go. Okay. We're just in the middle of a presentation. You know what to do. Oh my God, they're playing Ganesh Mantras.
Grateful and pleased to serve.
Prabhupada, what's your Janmashtami? Prabhupada's. Are you staying for the class? I'm going to go drink some water. They just have to keep some
At the time, loving devotional service is established in the heart. The modes of passion, rajas, and ignorance, tamas, and lust and desire, kama, disappear from the heart. Then the devotee is established in goodness, and he becomes happy.
Tadarajastam bhava kamalobhadayaschaji cheta etai dhanavidham chitam satya prasidati. So, the principle is that we have to place our mind or consciousness in the Satoguna. That is the first business. Because the material world means Satagun, Rajagun, Tamun. Satagun is the qualification of pure Brahman. Sama, Dama, Titikha, Arjava, Jnanam, Vijnanam, Astikam, Brahma Karma Svabhava. Satagun. These are the symptoms of Satagun. Without coming to the platform of Satagun or Brahminical qualification, one cannot make any advance in spiritual life. Therefore, in our Krishna consciousness movement, we first of all bring anyone to the platform of Brahman. Therefore, at the time of second initiation, we offer the sacred thread to recognize him that he is now Brahman. Without becoming a Brahmana, nobody can become a Vaishnava. Or when one is Vaishnava, it is to be understood that he is also Brahman. The common word, in India it is said, Brahmana Vaishnava. Brahmana should become Vaishnava, or one who is Vaishnava is already a Brahman. Brahma janati iti Brahman. So, a Vaishnava not only knows Brahma, but he knows Paramatma and he knows Bhagavan. Brahma janati iti Brahman. Simply by knowing Brahma, one can become a Brahman. But a Vaishnava, not only he knows what is Brahma, but he knows further what is Paramatma and what is Bhagavan. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti sabha. The absolute truth is present in three features, Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagavan. The Brahma realization is the first. Aham Brahmasmi, that is the self-realization. I am not this body. Aham Brahmasmi. That is called Brahma Bhuta state. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. That is the statement in the Bhagavad Gita. Here is also it is stated that Sthitam Satte Prasiditi. Everyone is hankering after how to be peaceful in mind. Everyone says, Swamiji, kindly say how I can get peace of mind. The peace of mind, how it can be attained, is stated here. Sthitam satte prasidati. If you fix up in Satogun, not in the Rajagun Tamagun. Tamagun is the life of the Kurmis. Tamagun and Rajagun also. Rajagun is actually Kurmis. And Satogun is the life of Jnanis. And after coming to the Satogun, being peaceful in mind, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, you have to come to the platform of Satogun, then you will be Prasannatma. Prasanna means happy mood of life. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, what is the happy mood of life? Na sochati, na kankati. He does not lament. He does not hanker. Here in the material world, we are hankering. We want this dhanam dehi, rupam dehi, jaso dehi, vibhuti, bhajjang dehi, dehi dehi. That is hankering. This is not the stage of Brahma. Brahma Bhuta stage means no sochati, no kankati. He does not hanker. Neither he laments. Then samas sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhakti lavati param. Then bhakti begins when actually you are in peace of mind. A disturbed mind cannot execute devotional service. Therefore, in the beginning, if somebody all of a sudden becomes a Vaishnava and in a solitary place unchanting, there is cheating. How can chant? You cannot, because your mind is not fixed up. Your mind is not sutati, not ankati. Unless you are purified, your mind is always disturbed. That is the material condition. The mind must be disturbed. Sada samudvigna dhiyam. Prahlad Maharaj said, that is the material symptom. What is the material symptom? Always full of anxiety. Sada samudvigna dhiyam. Why? Asatgrahat. Because he has accepted the temporary position, asat. Asat means which will not exist. Here everything will not exist. This body, it will not exist. But I have taken this body as everything. I am Indian, I am American, I am the father of this family, I am the manager of the so big business, and so on, so on, so on, so on. Asadgraha. But everything concentrated on this body. So he must be angry, full of anxiety. Asadgraha. He accepted this body as fact, but it is not fact. Similarly, the whole world. Asadgraha, samadvigna dhiyam. This is a very nice question. Hiranyakashipu asked his son, Prahlad Maharaj, my dear boy, what you have learned the best thing? You are a student. He said, the sadhumanne asuravarja. He addressed his father, he addressed him as asuravarja, the best of the asura. He did not address him as father, but he said, my dear, the best of the asuras. Tanmanne sadhu asuravarja. Sada samadvigna dhiyam asadgraha. Vityatma ghatam griyayanda kupam bananvato jad harimasraya. That is the best thing. One is rotting in this family life, which is just like a blind well. Andaku, atmadhatam, just like a man falls in the blind well. He has no other alternative than to die crying. That's all. So, he advises, hitva, just give it up. Hitya atmaghatam andakupam griyandato. Then where shall I go? Banangato, 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 go to Vrindavan or in the forest. Then how shall I be? Now, harimasrayeta, just take shelter of Krishna, Hari, he will give you protection. This is the instruction of Prahlad Maharaj. So, here Bhagavad says, tada. Tada means at that time. At that time, when? It is in the previous verse, it has been explained that Nastaprayesu avadreshu nittam bhagavata sevaya. Bhagavati uttama sloke bhakti bhavati naisthiti. At that time, when you are fixed up in devotional service, at that time, tada, not otherwise. If you have no connection with devotional service, if you are attached to karma, jnana, yoga, you cannot be fixed up. Therefore Chaitanya Chaitamrita says, bhukti mukti siddhi kame sapali asanta. Here we require tada sitam satte prasidati. Prasidati means peace of mind, fully satisfied. But bhukti mukti siddhi kame, at Chaitanya, they cannot have peace of mind. It is not possible. Bhukti means karmis, that trying to enjoy this material, more money, more honor, more eating, more and more. That is called bhukti. They are not satisfied by enjoying. On this planet, they perform various kinds of jagdans so that they may be promoted to the higher planetary system, Sargaloka, or Janaloka, Mahaloka, like that. But Krishna says, Abrahma Bhuvanaloka. You rascal, you are trying to be promoted to the higher planetary system for more and more material enjoyment. Certainly, there is thousands and thousands times more material comforts in the heavenly planets, in the Chandraloka. In the Chandraloka, they are trying to go into Chandraloka. But according to Shastra, if one goes to Chandraloka, he gets 10,000 of years his duration of life and enjoy. So certainly there are many times more comfortable life, standard of life very, very high in the heavenly other planetary system. But Krishna says that any one of the planets you can go, but the material disease will not relieve. The material disease, janma mrityu jara vyadhi. We cannot understand. This is our real disease. Repetition of birth, janma, and repetition of death, janma mrityu jara vyadhi, and repetition of becoming old, and bad, a repetition of being affected by various types of disease. So therefore, intelligent man should see that even if I go to the Brahmaloka, when Brahma was asked by Hiranyakashipu, give me immortality, sir. He said, I am myself not immortal, how can I give you immortality? So Abrahma Bhuvanan Lokan Purulavartin Arjuna. Krishna advised Arjuna, my dear Arjuna, if you go to the Brahmaloka, many millions of years duration of life, still you have to die. So that is the standard of highest perfection. If you do not die, if you do not take birth, if you know what are the miserable condition of birth, to remain within the womb of the mother, not only to remain, nowadays, modern advanced civilization, they are being killed by the mother. Not only abortion, but they are being killed. Now the Western world is very familiar with these things. You just imagine, first of all, you have to remain within the mother womb, head down, packed up condition. You cannot move 10 months, and that is also not secure. Within the mother's womb you are not secure. At any moment the doctor may advise that kill the child. So these are the miserable conditions of birth, but we do not remember them. We have to know it from the Shastra. So similarly, at the time of death, coma, nowadays, it is a very common disease. For 7 days, 15 days is unconscious, crying. So this is the miserable condition of death. This is the miserable condition of birth. And between birth and death, there are so many miserable conditions. This old age, this disease, so many calamities, catastrophes, then still we do not want to make a solution of this problem. And the solution is very simple. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Janma karmamya dibbam jujanati tat. If we simply know Krishna, what is Krishna? Why does he come? Why he works like ordinary man? Janma karmamya dibbam jujanati tat. In truth, in actual fact, not that Krishna was born in Mathura and then he was taken to Vrindavan. This is also knowing, but still you know what is Krishna. Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschid jatati siddhaya jatakama visidhyana kaschid bhektiman tattva. It is very difficult to understand Krishna. Tattva, not superficial, but in fact. So, Krishna says, Janma karmam dibbam jo janati tattva. So, one who understands Krishna in truth, he becomes free. Tapta deham punarjanmanaiti mameti. These things are there. So why don't you be serious to study Krishna, to understand Krishna? But to understand Krishna, it will require Krishna's mercy. Without Krishna's mercies. So how you get Krishna's mercy? Tesam satadayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam buddhi yogam dadami jinamam upayam. One can understand Krishna by being constantly engaged in his service. Tesam satadayuktanam. Not that weekly once go to the church. No. 24 hours. Satadayuktanam engaged in Krishna's service. That is Krishna consciousness movement. We are teaching people how to become 24 hours engaged in Krishna's service. This is our duty. We don't allow karma, jnana, yoga, no. Simple. And that is Krishna bhakti. Jnana karma anapita. There is no question of jnana and karma. That is not pure bhakti. Pure bhakti means annavilasita sunno. Jnana karma anapita. Anukullena Krishnanusillana. Simply to serve Krishna favorably. As Krishna becomes pleased. This is bhakti. This is pure bhakti. So this Krishna consciousness movement, therefore, teaching pure devotional service to Krishna. That is all problem. So how one can come to that stage, that is being explained in this portion of the Bhagavad. That Simnatana Sapada Krishna Punna Savana Kirtana. Just hear, you haven't got to do anything more. Just hear about Krishna. Simnatana Sapada. Then everything will be clear. Gradually. This is our purpose. The center is giving chance that you come here and hear about. We don't make any flattery to satisfy the whims of the audience. We speak from Srimad Bhagavatam, we speak from Bhagavad Gita and present them as it is, without any adulteration. This is our mission. If you like, then you make progress. If you don't like, that is your option. But we cannot make any compromise. We must present the Shastra as it is. And when it is difficult, everything is explained here. Nityam Bhagavata Seva. You have to attend Bhagavat class and serve the Bhagavat person. Nityam, daily. If you cannot, that is a different thing. But this is the process. Nityam Bhagavata Seva. Nasta prayeshu avadreshu. This conclusion comes when one is partially advanced, nasta prayeshu, not fully. Then it will come. He will be ready to serve Bhagavatam. Bhagavad, the person Bhagavat and the book Bhagavat. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati uttama sloke. Bhakti bhavati naisthiti. Nishtha, I have explained already yesterday. Tada, at that time, when you are fixed up, now I shall devote my life in Krishna consciousness. When you come to this conclusion, Nityam, that will come. Nityam Bhagavata Seva. Bhakti bhavati naisthiti. Not deviation. But not this worship, that worship, this worship, this worship. Kamastasta hitaggyana jajanti annadevati. Those who are worshipping other demigods, that is recommended for the less intelligent class. Tad bhavati alpamedhasam. These things are recommended for the persons who are less intelligent, whose brain is packed up with cow dung. Not intelligent person. Intelligent person, sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam. That is intelligent. So, when one comes to this conclusion, bhakti bhavati naishti. Bhakti where? Not that bhakti to this God, that God, not. Bhagavati, unto the Supreme Personality of God. Bhakti bhavati naishti. Naishti. Without any disturbance. Tada, at that time. Tada, what is the result? Rajastama bhava. There are three bhavas, Rajagun bhava, Tamagun bhava and Satagun bhava. So, as soon as you come to the platform of devotional service, the two inferior qualities, namely Rajagun and Tamagun, they become finished. Simply Satagun remains, because there are three gunas. If two gunas are finished, no more useful, then the other one is there. Tada rajastama bhava. What are the symptoms of rajastama bhava? Kama and lobha. Those who are infected with this rajastama bhava, they are very lusty, greedy, lobhy. They are not satisfied. The modern civilization is based on rajastama bhava. Nobody is satisfied. Everyone is greedy and lust. Kama lobha rajastama. Kama. So long you are lusty, so long you are greedy, there is no question of devotion and service. There is no question of advancement in spiritual life. So therefore you have come to the platform of Satagun, where simply knowledge, there is no other thing, ignorance or greediness, only knowledge. So at that time it is said, Cheta etai anavidham, because everything is within the heart. We become greedy, we become lusty on account of distortion of the heart disease. Kama, tada rivarupa kama apahinati. That is a heart disease. This kama and lobha is a heart disease. Actually you don't require it, but it is a kind of disease, more and more and more and more and more, and never satisfied. So, we have to cure this disease. And this process, simple process, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given. Cheta Darpana Marjanam, to cure the heart disease of lusty desires and greediness, is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Parama Vijayati Sri Krishna Sankirtana. These are the Shastric injunctions spoken by personalities like Lord Chaitanya and other acharyas. So you have to follow. Mahajana Jena Tadatsa Pantha. Don't follow rascals and fools, then it will be useless, waste of time. Follow the great acharyas. Acharyavan Purusha Veda. One who is acharyavan, who has accepted acharya, he knows. Others all are fools, rascals. Acharya. Acharya upasanam. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, amanitam adammitam ahimsa khanti ajavam acharya upasana. You have to, first of all, worship the acharya. Tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva vivacche. Guru and acharya. So, these are the process. Mahajana Jina, you cannot manufacture your ways of thinking. What you are? You are most insignificant living entity, and without following the acharyas, without following the Mahajana, without following the Shastra, how you can teach? But people are doing that. Without being followed by the acharya, without being followed by the Shastra, they become Guru, they become Swami, they become Yogi. It is useless. You cannot get. Here are the process. Process is given. Tada rajastama bhava. Kama. Tada means when you are fixed up in devotional service. Then you can get out of these infections. These are infections. It is so dangerous infection. Infection anyone can understand nowadays, scientifically. If you infect some disease, you have to suffer. You cannot escape. You infect today somehow or other. Not today, not tomorrow, but someday it will come out. It is called kutastha, phalanamuk, prarabdha, papa beach. Papa beach remains as seed, kutastha. Then it is fructifying, phalanamuk, then you suffer, prarabdha. This is called prarabdha karma. In fact, you are under the complete subjugation of nature. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvas. This gunai, the Prakriti is forcing him to work because you have infected a kind of guna. Karanam gunasamvasya sadasad juni janmus. Karana, why one man is born, one living entity is born as very rich man and one is born as a dog. Sat asat, joni, joni means mother and bija means father. Jatha means jatha bija. So every living entity is born, bija and joni, father and mother. So why there are varieties? Nature is working, why not one kind of living entity? No. Sadasad janma jonishu. There are 8,400,000 subspecies. One has to take tatha dehantar prapti. You have to change. But why one is in the lower grade birth, why is in higher grade? Na karanam guna sangas. This guna. This guna, sadaguna, rajaguna. So you have to give up the association of rajaguna and tamaguna. Then there is question of progress. Otherwise it is simply bluff. Therefore, in our society we say, don't associate, don't be infected by this rajagun tamo, this meat eating and illicit sex life and drinking and gambling. They are a rajagun tamo. Kama lobha. You see, there is a big race ground, gambling, tamago. They are going there. Thousands and thousands of people are going there for gambling. This is tamago. Why? Lobha. I must get more money. I must get more. Lobha. Kama lobha. So you have to get out of all this entanglement. Then there is spiritual life. Otherwise don't talk of spiritual life. This is fact. Tada. Tada means when you are fixed in devotional service. Tada. Kamalu bhava. I asked Ji. Tada rajasuna bhava. We have to get rid of this rajagun and tamagun. We have to be fixed in satagun, pure light. Then Sthita satte prasidati. If you are situated in the satagun, then you will be peace of mind. And that is Krishna Bhakti. That is explained in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Bhukti mukti siddhigami sakali asan. Krishna Bhakta niskam. Ataev sham. Krishna Bhakta, he does not desire. Krishna Bhakta says, I don't mind. Yeah, I am born low. That is because he chants Hare Krishna, low born or high born, he has nothing to do. If one is engaged in devotional service, it doesn't matter whether he is low born or high born. As soon as he takes to devotional service, he becomes above low born and high born. Sagunan samutittaitan brahma bhujayata. He is in the Brahma platform. So in this way, as they are stated in this Shastra, if you follow, there is step by step. First beginning is Sinnatam Sakata Krishna. Try to hear Krishna's message. That is Bhagavad Gita as it is. You hear it, you understand it. What is the difficult? Sinnatam Sakata. Don't misinterpret. Hear it as it is. Krishna says, Manmana bhavamad bhakta madhyajiman namaskuru. Hear it and execute it. Where is the difficult? But we shall not execute, we shall not hear, we shall not act according to the instruction given. And that is our misfortune. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore said, Etadrishi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi duddaiva idrisi maha iha janinandra. You are so merciful that in this age you are incarnated, you have descended in your name, Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. And in the name there is all potencies. Parasa Shakti Bhidayosya. There are multi-potencies of the Supreme Personality of God. All the potencies are there in the holy name of the Lord. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. Niyamita Smaranena Kala. Desh Kal Patra. There is no distinction. Anywhere, either in England or in Vrindavan or in Calcutta, you can chant Hare Krishna. Niyamita Smarana. No Kala Kala Vichar. Yeah, this is Asuddha Kala, this is Suddha Kala. Any time, Kirtaniya Sadharani. You have to chant only Hare Krishna. So, this opportunity is there. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Etadrishi tava kripa. My Lord, you are so kind. You have given us this chance. Duddhaiva idrisi maha janinandra. But I am so unfortunate. I have no attraction for this chanting of Hare Krishna. This is our position. So if you are serious about peace of mind, if you are serious about advancement in spiritual culture, spiritual life, then you must follow what is there in the Shastra and spoken by Krishna himself, spoken by Lord Chaitanya himself, then life is successful. Thank you very much.
Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yak Svanubhavam Akhila Shruti Saram Ekam Adhyatma Jeevam Atitirshasam Tamondham Samsarinam Karunaya Aha Purana Guhyam Tam Vyasa Sunam Upayami Gurum Munina Yaksanubhavam Akhila Shruti Saramekam Adhyatma Deepam Atititirshtam Tamundham
That they will not be able to follow.
I'm just doing it myself.
Oh,
I'm just chanting it.
right.
Yaksanubhavam Akhila Shruti Saramekam
Let
Adhyatma
them
Deepam
give chance to it. Yasanubhavam, like this.
Yaksanubhavam Akhila Shruti Saram Ekam Adhyatma Deepam Atititirshtam Samondham Samsarinam Karunayaho Purana Guhyam Tam Vyasa Sunam Upayami Gurum Muninam Yaksvanubhavam Akhila Shruti Saram Ekam Adhyatma Deepam Atititirshtam Tamundham Samsarinam Karunayaho torchlight. Atiti Tirshita, desiring to overcome. Tamak Andam, completely dark material existence. Samsarinam, of materialistic men. Karunaya, out of causeless mercy. Aho, said. Purana, supplementary to the Vedas. Guhyam, very confidential. Tam, unto him. Vyasasunam, the son of Vyasadeva. Upayami, let me offer my obeisances. Gurum, spiritual master. Muninam, of the great sages. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto him, Shuka, the spiritual master of all sages, the son of Vyasadeva, who, out of his causeless compassion for those gross materialists who struggled to cross over the darkest region of material existence, spoke this Purana, supplement to the Vedas, the cream of Vedic knowledge, after having personally assimilated it by experience.
Jasanubhavam akirashrutisharamekam adhyatma jeevamatithi sadam tamodam sanusarinam karunayaha puranagayyam sangabhasusunam mutijami gurum. The Sutta Goswami is offering respect to the spiritual master, Sukadeva Goswami. When we offer respect to the spiritual master or any master, we glorify his transcendental qualities. That is glorification. Just like we offer respect to Krishna, glorify. So, this is very important process to glorify the spiritual master by his activity, what he is actually doing. That is glorification. So what Sukadeva Goswami did, Sanubhava. He first of all heard from his father back then, Srimad Bhagavatam, and realized it. He's not a professional Bhagavad reciter. It's like in India now there are a class of men, especially in Vrindavan, the Gosais, they make a business. Therefore, there are many very artistic Bhagavad reciters, but they could not turn even one man to Krishna because they are not self-realized, Sanubhava. And of course, we have tried our best. So in few years there are so many Krishna conscious persons. So this is the secret. Unless one is Sanubhava, self-realized, life is Bhagavad, he cannot preach Bhagavad. That is not your case. Gramophone will not help. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu secretary Sarup Damodar recommended Bhagavata Parogiya Bhagavata Sthan. That if you want to read Srimad Bhagavatam, you must approach a person who is live, living Bhagavad. Bhagavata Parogiya Bhagavata Sthan. Otherwise, there is no question of Bhagavad Gita. So, Sukadeva Goswami learned from his father Vyasa Mahabhagavat, and he realized Sanubhavam. What is this book? Okay. Okila Srutisaro Yukam. Okila means all, universal. There are many scriptures, many religious scriptures, especially the Vedas. Shruti means Veda. Shruti is learned by hearing, not by reading. You can understand Vedic principle even though you are not illiterate, provided you hear them orally said. God has given you the ear, and if you try to hear submissively, to receive something, then it will be fruitful. Submissive. Sutikatanu sunumang jnani prayasam. This is the Brahma's realization when he met Krishna. So he said this verse, jnani prayasam udapasa namantaiva sarvamukhuritanga bhavadiya vasam. People who are endeavoring to understand the absolute truth by the dint of his puffed up knowledge, they will never be able. They will never be able. Jnana prayasam. One has to give up this illegitimate attempt to understand the absolute truth by his personal knowledge. That is not. Krishna is not so cheap thing that by exercising your brain you can manufacture a way to understand Krishna. Krishna says, Naham prakasa sarvasya yogamaya samabhita. I am not exposed to everyone. I am covered by yogamaya. People will not be able to understand me. And so many jnanis, yogis, karmis, they cannot understand. No. Then Krishna says, Bhaktya vijanati javan yachami. Only through devotional. Devotional service means submission. Surrender. First of all, surrender. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam saranam. You cannot understand me by your so-called karma, jnana, yoga, jnana. No, it is not possible. Bhaktya vijana. Bhakta means to surrender. So, here is Shrutisharam. And this Bhagavad is the Shrutisharam. Just like cream. You churn the milk, 2 months of milk, you get, say, 5 kg of butter. The saram, essence. If you simply try to see where is the essence, you have to churn it. Then the milk there is, you may possess lots of milk, but from the milk you have to take the cream. That is intelligence. The Srimad Bhagavatam is the cream of Vedic knowledge. Therefore it is said that Nigama kalpataru galitam phalamidam. Nigama means Vedas, and kalpataru, Vedas is just like desert tree. Desert tree means whatever you want you can have it from Vedic knowledge. Just like in India, the Ayurveda. Ayurveda means this is material thing, but still it is in the Vedas. Dhanurveda, military science. There are so many Vedas. Veda means knowledge. So, the Vedic knowledge is so perfect that anything you want, material or spiritual, you get the knowledge perfect. That is Veda. Veda is not ordinary thing. And it is learned by hearing. Tadvijnanatham sa gurumeva avigachet srotriyam brahmanishtam. Vedic knowledge, formerly there was no need of books. Nowadays, at the present moment, our memory is not so sharp due to Kali Yuga. Therefore, Vyasadeva wrote in books, in words, because he foresaw that people in this age, they are really dull-headed, rascals. Therefore, if they get this knowledge recorded in writing, they may be able to derive some benefit. Otherwise, formerly, Vedic knowledge was never book reading. No. Shruti. Shruti means ear. This disciple is so powerful that once he hears from his spiritual master, his memory is recorded immediately. That memory, therefore brahmachari, because if you remain brahmachari, then your brain will be so nice that as soon as you hear something, it will be memorized. This is benefit of brahmachari. And if the students are allowed to be sexually, indulgent, then where is the brain? This is very scientific to remain brahmachari. To understand from the Guru simply by hearing. Once yes. So, there was a case, of course, one Englishman chastised another Indian by calling him from an illness, damn rascal, fool, like that. So, he complained to the court that this man has insulted me. So where is the witness? So the witness, the complainant said, there was a Brahmin who was witness. He was taking bath in the Ganges. So he was summoned. The Brahmin was so sharp in memory, he exactly said, just like gramophone record, tape record, whatever he said. He said, I do not know what is the meaning of this, but these words were said. So, people are so sharp in memory, that is Brahmin. Once he heard from the spiritual master is Sotriya. He has also nicely heard from his spiritual master. Therefore, Vedic knowledge, factually, it is simply by hearing. There is no necessity of becoming literate. Illiterate doesn't matter. Because it is, after all, received through the oral listening. That's what is called Shruti. And Shruti Saramekam, and of all the Vedic literature, Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence. Sri Vyasadeva, first of all, described the Vedas in 4 Vedas, and describes further in Upanishad, further in Puranas. The Puranas, some of the rascals say the Puranas are not written by Vyasadeva. They are rascals. Puranas are also explained further, supplemented. Purana means which completes. Another Purana means very old, historical. So Puranas, they are mentioned the Vedic instruction through the history. Just like Vedic instruction, Mahabharata. Mahabharata is history. But the whole Vedic literature is there. Ideas, king, house, kingdom, politics, practically it is politics, but it is based on Vedic literature. And the Bhagavad Gita is introduced in the Mahabharata. So, the Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all Vedic literature. the only one. You cannot present another. Eka. If God is one, similarly, to understand Him, there is only one literature, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita is the preliminary study of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sutisaramekam. Sutisar Adhyatma Deepam. Adhyatma Deepam means just like Atma, the soul, is within this body. But due to our darkness, knowledge, insufficient knowledge, we cannot understand Atma, Paramatma. We cannot understand. So, in the darkness, as we require a torch light, similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam is just like the torch light. You can see Atma and Paramatma. Advaita Deepam. Deepam means light, lamp. So why it is required? Atititir satam. Just like light is required by a person who wants to go through the light, go through the darkness, but go to the light. Suppose here is light and there is tunnel, and in the tunnel he requires some light to go to the other part of the light. Similarly, this world, this material world, is full of darkness. That is the difference between material world and spiritual world. Material world means darkness wherein you cannot understand what is God, what you are. That is material. They are very busy in this material world, but they do not know where they are going. Actually, they are darkness. The material world is darkness. They are so-called scholars and teachers. They are also in the darkness, and they are leading other people in the darkness. Because it is darkness, therefore we require sunshine, moonshine, and this electricity. As soon as it is covered, the sun is covered, you can experience it is darkness. At night, it is darkness. Actually, it is darkness. But by the grace of Krishna, He has arranged the light. But there is another world where there is no need of na tatra bhasate subulja na sasanka na pavaka. There is another world where there is no need of these things, lighting agent, either sunshine or moonshine. But God is so kind that in each and every universe it is full of darkness. Now you see how brilliant sun is there. This is His kindness. Jasta prabha prabhavatu jagadanda koti. Jab chakshuresha sabita sakalam grahana. Therefore the sun is described as the eye of all the planets. Because we have got very nice, good planet, but as soon as it is dark, you cannot see anything. The mercy of sunshine, Krishna's mercy is there, therefore we can see, we can hear. Therefore sun is described, Jakshuresa Savita, Savita means sun, is Savita is
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham
dasar ako di kamania Vishesha Shobha
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasa Sakalen Priya Priti Manti Pasyanti Panti Kayanti Jiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Got it? Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Koro Edashe Trina Bekkatina Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Koro Edashe Trina Bekkatina Sakala Samane Maladiya Koro Trigamekta Nijamane Sprihahina Sakala Samane Maladiya Koro Nijamane Sprihahina Gurudev Sakala Samana Korite Shakati Dehonata Jatta Jata Sakale Samana Korite Shakati Dehonata